What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Let's hop right into the topic at hand. David's Bridal is apparently filing for bankruptcy. I'm not too surprised by this. In fact, if David's Bridal is suffering, you know some other ones are too. I mean, some of these mom and pop shops may be okay because the overhead they have is a lot lower, and some of them may truly be struggling because even though their overhead is lower, they too may be selling less, not selling enough to where they can comfortably keep them doors open. But what's the reason for this? Well, I think that when you boil it down, it's that men and women are not cooperating with each other. I mean, each side has complaints about the other side, and just overall are not finding a middle ground to cooperate with each other. I hear a lot of men, and I've seen this for myself. They say the women, they're not submissive, which, I mean, nowadays in the current feminist nonsense climate, the word submissive is somehow been equated to subjugation, which is just ridiculous. The women, they're not feminine. A lot of these modern women absolutely have a problem with the word feminine. I don't get that. You're a woman, you should be feminine, just like you expect a man to be masculine and not feminine. You ladies are not attracted to feminine men in any way, shape, or form. You're not. You very much make this known in all your TikTok and YouTube videos. Y'all do not like soft, weak, wimpy guys. You want a masculine freaking man. Even when you complain, calling masculinity toxic, you still, on the other hand, still want the man to be masculine. I don't know how that works, but hey, it is what it is. So with that being the case, I don't know why you have such a problem with a man wanting the opposite, a man wanting a feminine woman. It is okay for you to request that men be masculine every day, all day, because you're like, that is being a man. So I don't understand why you have such an issue with men returning that energy, saying that we want women that are feminine energy. We don't want a masculine woman. So you have that. The men are saying that women are not feminine, the women are not submissive, the women are not cooperative. And then you have a lot of women that they don't want to get married because they don't need no man. Can't no man tell them nothing. You know, they never gonna listen to no man. Can't no man tell them what to do. You know, and you know, the thing is that it seems like we've reached a point where women would rather be a baby mama and keep their quote unquote independence than be somebody's wife and raise their kids with that man. I don't know the logic of that. Y'all have to help me understand. I'm not being facetious. I'm being genuine. I don't get how we got to a point where women are talking about getting married is such a commitment. It's too big of a commitment, but you're going to pop out 4 kids by 4 different men. As if having kids isn't a commitment. I mean, having kids is not only a commitment, but you having kids with multiple men. So you are stuck with this man in some form of fashion for the rest of your life. They either don't see it that way, or they do see it that way and they just don't care enough. I don't know. Also, family court is very hostile towards men. If the men are the sole providers, and in many cases, even if the man isn't the sole provider, if it is a house of 2 working adults, family court is so hostile towards men. The man has to give up the house, the car, the dog. He doesn't get joint custody of the kids anymore. That, even though that was once upon a time a thing, it's not anymore. He now becomes a weekend dad or every other weekend, and he's expected to pay child support, and in some cases, many cases, alimony. I mean, the man is punished so heavily for the woman deciding to leave, and it is the woman deciding to leave because I've seen reports that say 70% of the time it's the woman filing. I've seen reports that say 80% of the time it's the woman filing. Either number you want to go with, it's still very clear it's the women leaving the majority of the time, not the men. And why are women leaving? Oh, they're bored. Oh, I'm just not happy anymore. And I think about the men in my life that have all been married, and not once did anybody ever ask them were they happy. They did what they did because they had duty to. They had the duty of being a husband, the duty of being a father, the duty of the provider. No one asked them were they happy. Nobody cared. And can you imagine now, even today, with many of these guys being as sassy as they are, no one is still trying to hear a grown man say, I'm just not happy in this relationship anymore. That's very much excuse exclusively available for women. Another thing is that these dresses, they cost a lot of money, and people don't really have faith in the marriage lasting. So why spend all this money on something that you don't think is gonna really go the distance? Now, one may say, why get married at all if you don't feel like the relationship is going to go the distance? That I couldn't tell you. I see people who believe in marriage getting married and then maybe things fizzle out or whatever and getting divorced, but people who don't believe it's going to go the distance to begin with getting married, I think that's silly. I don't know why you would waste your time and everyone else's getting everybody together, coming to a ceremony that even you don't believe in. I digress, though. That's what's happening. David's Bridal is fair priced. I mean, they can be a bit pricey, but they're fair priced. But women don't be trying to go that route too much anymore. I've seen for myself that women, they go to Macy's or some other store that's cheaper, and they find a dress that they think is quote unquote cute, that is in their size, that they can show a little bit of cleavage or whatever, and that's what they're gonna go with. The whole big white frilly dress, that's largely become like a celebrity wedding thing now. Your average person isn't springing for those type of dresses anymore, because one, the whole white thing, it was to symbolize purity. And no offense, but none of these women nowadays are virgins, so it really defeats the purpose in going and getting this big white frilly dress, because you're not giving your husband on his wedding night something that another man has had before. You're giving him something that several men have had before at the very least. And if you've got kids already, I mean, he's not even getting your womb first. So, a lot of this stuff, people say traditions are changing and whatnot. I don't know. I don't think traditions are changing. I think that the state that we're in right now, people are just not adhering to the traditions like they once did. Stuff is different, man. 304 culture, hookup culture. People want to be free to be in the streets. And that's, in my opinion, that's what's killing marriage more than anything. So marriage is down, according to the statistic that I saw, 45%. I honestly was shocked that it wasn't down more than that. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. You guys made it to the end of this video and you like the stuff that I do and you new here, consider subscribing. Like this video, man. You guys, I know you guys do the likes, but the likes, apparently, from what I've read, those do help. So like this video, even if you're not gonna subscribe. If you appreciate what I said here, go ahead and give your boy that thumbs up. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.